We'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Welcome back to Wet Nose Wednesday in Binary at Hot News Talk Radio. Wet Nose Wednesday, we feature one beautiful little pup or kitten, doggy or cat that wants your home to be their home. Wet Nose Wednesday at Hot News Talk Radio. We want you to adopt a dog or a cat at the McKamey Animal Shelter. As a matter of fact, the other day I noticed they had a rabbit there. Did you see the rabbit?
Yeah, they have a rabbit in the front lobby.
Silly rabbit. They actually had a rabbit. They don't just adopt dogs and cats. There's rabbits there, too. So that's kind of cool. It's McKamey Animal Shelter. It's in Hickson. They're a no-kill shelter, which means if a dog or a cat is there, they're not going to put it down. However, if they're not adopted, they can't bring in more dogs and cats. So how important is that, Sabrina, to adopt a cat or a dog?
It's very important because if you don't, they can't take in more dogs because their space is very small. They don't have a lot of space. So if you want a dog or cat, go there. Don't go to a breeder. So they can get more dogs in, and you can have, they're usually really well trained, already potty trained if you're getting a dog. Cats are very playful. Dogs really want attention.
Yeah, you notice that when you walk through, they're like, pick me, pick me, pick me.
Yeah. And when you walk away, they're like, no.
Oh, come on. Get me out of jail, please. Bond me out. When's my court date? When's the hearing? This is part of Sabrina's school project. Sabrina's 13 years old in virtual school, and you told me you had 5 items of interest to pick from in the community that had to be made aware by you and by the community regarding maybe homelessness or hunger, helping dogs and cats, gang violence, police violence, an issue relating to the community and how we can better help solve those problems. And you picked
the animal shelter, having people adopt more animals.
Yeah, it was interesting because I asked Sabrina, I said, why'd you do this? She said, well, people can take care of themselves for the most part, and dogs and cats need us. I mean, 100% of the time, they need us for their care, do they not?
Yeah.
What is our featured dog today on Wet Nose Wednesday, Sabrina?
It's Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
And if you go to our Twitter site, Hot News Talk Radio Twitter, it says right there, Wet Nose Wednesday, Sabrina's doggy of the day, Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback, needs a home. And then we have a link to the McKamey Animal Shelter here in Hickson. It's McKameyAnimalShelter.org. That's McKameyAnimalShelter.org. As you know, Sabrina, this is Binary, which we talk about technology and smartphones. So I have on my app, on my phone, one of my favorite apps, which is Periscope. Yes. And Periscope shows everyone what you're seeing in real time. And you could also, with Periscope, give feedback. What a fantastic way to not only report how your eggs are today at the local store, or while you're having breakfast, your hash browns aren't quite done and you can transmit that, or some guy riding a bicycle in Hong Kong, or use it as a news source. Or in this case, if you open your Periscope app, and if you don't have it, I would recommend you download it. It's just one of the coolest, I'd say the best app that I've seen in 2015. Wet Nose Wednesday, live behind the scenes of Hot News Talk Radio. I'm going to add with Sabrina. All right, with Sabrina. And I'm going to go start broadcasting now. All right, so now we're broadcasting, and this notified everyone that follows us on Twitter that we are now live. That's what I love about this app on Binary. And I'm going to say, hi, how you doing? For anyone that just started to tune in, we are live at Hot News Talk Radio, hotnewstalkradio.com, on Facebook, Hot News Talk Radio, live on YouTube at Hot News Talk Radio. This is Binary, talking about technology. One of the technologies that I love is a new app called Periscope. Today is Wet Nose Wednesday. If you're just joining us on Periscope, and you can see behind the scenes what is going on here, and I'm going to go over to Sabrina. Say hi.
Hi.
On Periscope. If you have any questions, we're into Wet Nose Wednesday, and I'm going to go to our screen here. Here we go. That's our Twitter screen. Sabrina's doggy of the day is Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and he needs a home from the McKamey Animal Shelter. It's a no-kill shelter here in Hickson, Tennessee. Now, as you can see, Sabrina, because I know you know all about technology, we've got 6 viewers so far because we just started broadcasting. And if you have any questions or comments, you can do that. Behind the scenes, you can see our little control board here. I want to go here. There we go. We got a little protection just in case. Oh, what's that? And there we go up there. All right. So I'll just give a scanned on Periscope background of Hot News Talk Radio. There's David, who is just on the air, and Eric, who does Morning Drive. All right. How you doing, Sabrina?
Good.
Do you have any questions for Sabrina or myself? You can do it on Periscope right now for Wet Nose Wednesday. What is the most important thing for people to remember regarding stray dogs and cats and the dogs and cats right now at the animal shelter? Because, you know, out of sight, out of mind, we don't think about it. But just how important is it to keep in mind that every time you go to a pet store, you go to a breeder, these people are doing it for a living and they're creating more and more animals, that these animals didn't ask to be born. They didn't ask to be thrown out like garbage. They didn't ask to be mistreated. They can't talk and say, please help me. Please feed me. Please give me shelter. It's up to us to do that. How important is it to keep that in mind? And what are your thoughts on making sure that we adopt every single one of them, hopefully today, not only just Finch?
It's very important because they can't take care of themselves. We need to take care of them. And when you adopt one, they can take in more animals for other people to adopt. Or maybe you want another dog. Maybe you could adopt another one or a cat. They really need us. They're basically in cages. Yes, they come out, but they need a home, a loving home. They need to be with a playful family, loving family, people that will take care of them.
And what about a great Christmas gift? But there is a lot of responsibility that comes with it. So when you get a dog or a cat, remember, there's a lot of responsibility. It's actually sometimes more responsibility than having a 2 or 3 year old at home. It's just they require almost constant attention. But one thing they give you, especially dogs, is love no matter what. You know, we were looking at some videos earlier of a dog that was totally abused. I even think they took his snout off. He was so abused. And he still loved humans. He still wagged his tail. What are you seeing as you walk through the animal shelter, cage by cage?
I see dogs that just want any person that will give them love. They want to be loved. They want affection. They just want to be out of there.
Our featured doggy today is a Rhodesian Ridgeback. It is Wet Nose Wednesday, Sabrina's doggy of the day. His name is Finch, and Finch is a Rhodesian Ridgeback. He needs a home, McKameyAnimalShelter.org. If you go to Twitter and search for Hot News Talk Radio at Hot News Radio, not Hot News Talk Radio, but Hot News Radio, great, you showed me the app. You can look at Finch, who's a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and also get the link to McKameyAnimalCenter.org. And what are you showing me here, Sabrina?
The address.
All right, because she has an iPhone 6 and she's up on all this. So how did you get that address, since this is binary and we're trying to explain to people how to use their smartphones? How did you get that on your smartphone? What did you do?
I went to Google and typed in McKamey Animal Shelter.
So you just typed in McKamey Animal Shelter and that came up and it gave you the address?
Yep.
All right, let me look at your phone because I'm transmitting this now. We have 12 people watching on Periscope. We are live at Hot News Talk Radio, hotnewstalkradio.com, on YouTube, on Twitter, and also on TuneIn Radio. This is Binary, where we talk about technology, but today is Wet Nose Wednesday, when we feature a dog. This particular one happens to be a beautiful Rhodesian Ridgeback. His name is Finch, and Finch needs a home. You have 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks. Can you talk about the funniest thing you've ever seen? What are their names, first of all?
The name for the youngest one is... How can I forget?
You didn't forget his name. I know you've been away from home for a while, but The youngest one.
Shaka.
Shaka. Yeah, okay. What about
Okay.
you know what it is? You're on the radio, and sometimes it happens to me. I've been doing this a long time. I'll be saying something and go, I forgot what I was about to say. I told her when you were coming on, don't get nervous because we flub all the time. You can't redo radio. It's live. It's out there. Once you mess up, you mess up. But yeah, sometimes you draw a blank, especially when you're under pressure. But there's no pressure here because it's just you and me. That's it. Just you and me. Oh, and tens of thousands of other people listening on the radio and a few on Periscope. But what's the Shaka is the younger dog's name. What about the older dog?
His name is Razor.
Okay. Any funny stories with Shaka, the Rhodesian Ridgeback?
Well, he was actually from an animal shelter too. But the funniest moment probably with him was when I got my cat.
Oh, let me hear about that. Was it a kitten when you got it or a cat?
Kitten.
Okay.
And the cat was smaller than the dog's head.
Oh, no.
So we had to give the dog a muzzle. And the cat was mostly in my room the whole time. So I'd have to, when the dog was out, we'd have to put him outside and then the cat could run free in the house. As it got older and we were able to take the muzzle off, he was still learning, but he wouldn't bite or nip at it. But what he did do was play, and he didn't know how hard he was playing with the cat. So about this time, the cat was not almost as big as his head. So his head was probably as big as the dog's paw.
Oh, no. So the dog just tried to play?
He thought he was playing.
What did the cat do?
Just let it be.
Really? He didn't run away or get
No.
scared? And are they friends now? They buddies?
They're friends.
Yeah.
But what he would do is pick him up by his head and run across the yard, not hurting him, just giving him a ride.
Really? He would, wait a second. He'd put his head in his mouth?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
He would like try to eat him, like put him in his mouth and invite him. And the cat was cool with that?
Yep.
He'd be like, hey, this is kind of cool. Hey, you know,
It
hey,
stinks in here.
it stinks in here. What'd you eat? Oh my, this is gross.
And then we would yell, Shaka, put him down.
Uh-huh.
And he'd be like, okay.
All
Drop
right,
the cat.
yeah. Boom. And the cat's all wet, right?
Yep.
Oh, slobbery stuff.
Yep.
One thing about dogs and cats, no matter how bad a day you have, when you come home to your dog, you're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Or your cat. They're gonna do something funny to make you crack up. And they're not gonna judge you. They're always gonna love you, right?
Yep.
Wet Nose Wednesday today. Sabrina's doggy of the day is
Finch.
And Finch is what?
A Rhodesian Ridgeback.
I did see Finch and I won him.
Yes, he's a cute dog.
I want him. I love that little Ridgeback. I can't do it now, but eventually I want him. And what is the animal shelter's email address? Or how do you get to the website? That's even better.
Well, you could either go to the Hot News Talk Radio Twitter page or just go to Google and type in McKamey Animal Shelter. And it should pull up either the directions to get there or you can go to their webpage.
Right. And right now we're dealing with an app that is my favorite of 2015 on a show called Binary. Russell's normally here talking about apps and how to better use your PCs, your computers, and also your smartphones. And we share with you the best apps to make your life a little easier. This is my favorite for 2015, which is called Periscope, which allows you to look behind the scenes of an event going on. It could be everything from how your eggs were done this morning to an individual riding a bicycle in Hong Kong to what we're doing right now, which is behind the scenes of Hot News Talk Radio with Sabrina on Wet Nose Wednesday. And if you're watching on Periscope with your smartphone, I'm going to take a shot of some of our equipment down here. This is kind of neat. This is my favorite piece of equipment right there for just in case. We do shoot back. And there's all of our monitors and more of our equipment. And then if you go to the transmitter site, which we're not shooting on Periscope right now, there's a bunch more equipment about 20 miles away where the signal actually transmits out. You can listen to us at hotnewstalkradio.com live on YouTube. Also, TuneIn Radio. Everyone loves TuneIn Radio. You use TuneIn Radio, don't you?
Mm,
No, I thought you said you use TuneIn Radio.
no.
Okay, don't tell me you do Pandora or some other.
No.
All right, that's good. All right, then don't promote anything else. That's one thing about 13-year-old kids. They're always going to be honest. When everyone else I would set up to go, you use TuneIn. Yeah, I do. I love TuneIn Radio. Listen all the time. Listen to your station all the time. She's like, no, don't use TuneIn Radio. I guess that's more of an adult thing. What is your favorite app on the iPhone 6?
App or game?
Let's go with app and then game, since this is binary. And in the meantime, we will recommend that you go to our Twitter site. You want to go to our Twitter site. And if you go to our Twitter site, you will see for Wet Nose Wednesday, Sabrina's doggy of the day, who is Finch. And Finch is a Rhodesian Ridgeback. He needs a home from the McKamey Animal Shelter. So since this is binary, Sabrina, you want to give me your favorite app or your favorite game?
Well, I use YouTube a lot.
Okay.
And my favorite game is Minecraft.
Really?
Yep.
And your favorite app?
Ain't got one.
Ain't got one. I ain't got one. Hey, okay. Now pretend you're in school. Instead of saying ain't got one, you're going to say
Ain't got one.
Oh, yes. There's your 13-year-old girl. Ain't got one. I'll give you ain't got one. I'm reporting this to your teacher. You mean you don't have one?
I do.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Minecraft, since this is binary.
Minecraft is a game which only has blocks. You can make everything out of blocks. You can either do survival or creative mode.
Okay.
Creative is where you have all the materials. Survival is where you have to cut down the trees, go mining.
Sounds like too
build
much
your
work
house.
for me.
All of that. And then I play on the Pocket Edition, which is the phone. But the most popular version and the most advanced version is the PC. That has the mods. Mods are basically they just add in things. Like you could have the radio mod. They'd add in all types of different radios. Airplane mod, airplanes. All types of different mods. And then there's the Xbox version and I believe there's a PS3 and a Nintendo version.
Sounds like a way to really be creative. Can you bring the site up on your phone, since this is binary, where we talk about technology and games? One of the games I love is 3D Sniper. What a cool game. 3D Sniper. If you want to just take a break. What?
It just got a new update.
Oh, she's so excited. What's the new update? Tell me.
It's where they update Minecraft. The Pocket Edition doesn't have nearly as much as the PC and Xbox. So whenever they update it, really gets me happy because they add new stuff.
Wow. So this is your day today. So if someone were to adopt Finch and now updating Minecraft, this would be it, right? This is the highlight of your year.
Yes.
So show me your Minecraft game here. And maybe we can share this with parents and recommend their kids do this. They're probably already doing this, but this gives you the opportunity to use your mind and imagination. And I did see it, and what it reminds me of is the computer stuff we had in the 80s, because it doesn't look really high tech. It's blocks, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. Let me see. We're on Periscope. This is binary, talking about technology. Today is Wet Nose Wednesday. Sabrina's doggy of the day is Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback. He needs a home at the McKamey Animal Center.org. McKameyAnimalCenter.org. That's our link if you go to Twitter. The McKamey Animal Shelter is in Hickson. Is a no-kill shelter. And it's very clean. The people there are not the greatest, Sabrina.
They are. They're very nice.
They're just beyond belief. And you'll be volunteering there again later today, correct?
Yes.
All right. So let's go back to Minecraft here, since this is binary, a tech show. And you want to show that on YouTube? Look at that. Hey, Russell, I'm going to give her your spot. He's not in today. Look at her. Go ahead, show it. All right. There you go. There's Minecraft. That's on YouTube. Did you get that from Tulis, the play to the camera? You must have gotten that move from Tulis. Do you watch David Tulis?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I can't credit him then. Because she put the screen right up on the YouTube camera. All right, now let's shoot let me see this. There we go. All right, so now we're showing it on Periscope.
I'm giving some credit to my...
So now, did you make all those
Yes.
buildings and whatever?
Yes.
All right, how many worlds do you have?
10.
10 worlds. All right. Welcome to Wet Nose Wednesday. Sabrina is with me, a 13-year-old student. This is her project, adopting little doggies and kittens at Hot News Talk Radio. Back with her after these.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over. I'm doing a new show. I want guys who push it to the middle of the table and go over the top. Take a risk, fail miserably. I'm right, and I'm not wrong, and I'll never back down. Conflict works. Allow it.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Right here and everywhere. Noon Eastern.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
While politicians debate climate change and taking our guns, they leave America vulnerable to disaster. You need to act now to keep your family safe and prepared. Do you have an emergency plan? Do you have long-term storage food? Do you have the skills and mindset to survive a disaster? If not, what are you waiting for? Call P5 Preparedness right now, 423-602-2175. Do you honestly think the government is going to help you? If you do, you are wrong, dead wrong. Don't get caught unprepared. Let the experts at P5 Preparedness get you ready for any emergency or disaster situation. Today, we offer a wide range of classes for the beginner on how to prepare, as well as the expert prepper. We stock a wide range of supplies, including long-term storage food, water filtration, outdoor gear, tactical gear, and plate carriers. P5 Preparedness, East Brainerd Road between I-75 and Gun Barrel Road. You will see the Army Deuce and a Half truck, 423-602-2175, 1309 Panorama Drive, Chattanooga. P5preparedness.com.
Lay your burdens down at the woodhouse. Leave all your worries at the door. Just take some time. We're transforming life.
Happy holidays
At the Wood.
from the Woodhouse Day Spa. Holiday gift cards available at chattanooga.woodhousespas.com.
You have an event coming up for the holidays, or maybe it is your daughter's wedding, or maybe just a church or office party, then you need to select Choo Choo Barbecue. That's correct, Choo Choo Barbecue. Whether you like pork, chicken, or beef, oh yes, Choo Choo Barbecue with their savory rub flavor. Oh my goodness, it's making me hungry right now. You add in their delicious smoked aroma, and you have set the table for a perfect meal with Choo Choo Barbecue. That's right, Choo Choo Barbecue. Why don't you give them a call right now? 423-843-9554. That's 843-9554. Call 423-843-9554. Choo Choo Barbecue. You know where it's located, off of Hickson Pike, right there at the Valley Brook area. Don't kid yourself. Your stomach is already on the way.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Expect some sunshine and pleasant weather out there through the afternoon. High 65 to 67 with some light clouds tonight. More rain will pour back in from the south and west. Lows lower 50s. A morning shower, then drier. Thursday highs 58 to 60. Breezy and colder on Friday. For the largest selection of fireworks, check out Exit 1A Fireworks, a Black Cat dealer with great prices. Pop a rocket, not your pocket with Exit 1A Fireworks, open daily just off I-75 on Ringgold Road, East Ridge. And I'm Swords Gene 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Ward. On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Welcome to Binary. This hour, we talk about technology, how to make your life easier with apps on your smartphone. Hot News Talk Radio, hotnewstalkradio.com, AM 1240, YouTube, Twitter, and my favorite site of all is...
Periscope.
Well, for radio, TuneIn Radio, where if you have the TuneIn Radio app, you can hear us anywhere in the world. It is way too cool. And it looks like you're ready to take over Russell's show at 13 years old. Hey, listen, Russell started working here at 16. Did his first show when he was 16. You're not that far off. He's been out sick all week, so maybe we'll ask you to come in tomorrow, even at 13. Sabrina's doing this as a project for her school, her virtual school. Isn't that what it's called? Virtual school?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm getting that indignant look. You can't see it on the radio, but it's like if you're watching on YouTube, you can imagine a 13-year-old girl going, "Yes, dummy adult." Just move along with the questions.
I would say dummy adult.
And you're right on the app. She's like motioning to me, this is what we need to talk about. So already you're a producer. All right, well, let me see what you were talking about. Here we go. The location of the McKamey Animal Shelter. And I'm doing this with Periscope because it is so important that, and I want to see you do it today. Let's show the McKamey Animal Shelter the power of radio, in particular, the power of hot news talk radio. Today is Wet Nose Wednesday. Sabrina's doggie of the day is
Finch.
And Finch is what?
A Rhodesian Ridgeback.
And you have a particular affinity towards Rhodesian Ridgebacks. And why is that, Sabrina?
Because I own 2 of them.
All right. And I hate to do this. It's like having kids. And every parent has a favorite. Every parent has a favorite. You know, my parents' favorites was my younger brother. They actually hated me. My mom claimed she got the wrong baby out of the bassinet. So, but that's okay because she voted for Bill Clinton. So the feeling's mutual. How about that? I'm kidding. I'm joking. Always love your mom and dad. Okay. Which one is your favorite of the 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks that you own?
I'd have to say Shaka.
Shaka. Okay, we're sending this to Shaka and the other one.
Shout out.
Yeah. And what's the other one's name?
Razor.
Razor's going to know about this now. You know that. Razor's going to know that Shaka is your favorite.
He'll need a hearing aid. He's too old.
Oh, is he an old dog? So you adopted an older dog. How old is he?
I'm actually not sure.
About? What would you say? 5 or 6?
I think a little older. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that is so admirable. So you adopted an older dog. See, isn't that great? Everyone wants these little puppies. And listen, puppies aren't always the way to go. Because if you get a puppy, yeah, potty train them. What else?
Another thing about adopting them from an animal shelter is most of them, the dogs, they look potty trained because they'll itch the back door to go to the bathroom. Or I don't see any business in their cage.
Business.
So, yeah, they're potty trained, I believe.
I noticed that the other day when I went to McKamey Animal Shelter in Hickson, that all the cages were 100% cleaned. Yes. Nothing at all. So it does kind of give an indication that most of them are probably potty trained because a lot of the dogs are what, 1, 2, 3 years old?
They can be under. We saw 2 puppies there.
There were 2 puppies
11 weeks old. They probably already got adopted because they were so cute.
Because you were playing with them.
Yeah.
I saw you playing with them. And they were playing, oh, I want one for my little girl. Look at her playing with them. The great thing about adopting an older dog is they're already broken in.
Yes.
It's like when you buy a new car, you got to go through all the stuff. You got to get fixed and so on and so forth. You buy one a year old. The owner had all those problems dealt with. They're already broken in. So the dog's already broken in. It's potty trained. It knows what to do and not to do if it has good owners. Mm-hmm. So that's the great thing about adopting a dog that's not necessarily a puppy. And this one here, I believe, is Finch 2 years old?
I believe so.
I think Finch is a couple of years old. Here's Finch.
2 or 3.
And this is Wet Nose Wednesday at Hot News Talk Radio. Sabrina's doggie of the day is Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and he does need a home at the McKamey Animal Shelter. You're going to be volunteering today, again, at the McKamey Animal Shelter. And what are your feelings on the people that work there?
They are great people. They are letting me volunteer there, which is actually really nice of them because I'm underage for volunteering, but they are letting me since I'm doing a school project.
Right. And we're going to keep this Wet Nose Wednesday up, by the way, which was Sabrina's idea. She said, why don't you guys do Wet Nose Wednesday? And I'm like, that's a great idea. Can you come in? And you said,
whatever floats your boat.
and I said, do you charge? And you said,
Whatever you're going to pay me.
and I said, great, because you're underage and we can't pay you. So you got a job for Wet Nose Wednesday. There's nothing better than free. Where is the McKamey Animal Shelter located? You had it up on your phone. You want to give everyone the address? The website is McKameyAnimalCenter.org. If you go to Twitter, you'll see our tweet that says Wet Nose Wednesday. Sabrina's doggy of the day is Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback, a breed that I've grown to love. What a great breed.
He's actually a mix, so he is quite small for a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
He is kind of tiny. What's he weigh? Like maybe 10 pounds, 20 pounds, think? Maybe 20 pounds. He's tiny for a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Yeah, I don't think 20 pounds. Maybe like 40.
But great with kids.
Yes.
Very protective. And you were saying, why are Ridgebacks so protective?
They are protective because they were originally bred to keep lions away. They would bite their ankles if they got too close.
And it seems like it works because you were saying yours at home will bite your ankles if they want to get your attention.
Yes, they are very jealous.
And how big are yours? How many pounds?
I believe that Shaka is 80.
Wow. So this dog's about 1/4 the size. But Shaka, you were saying, is a big baby, and he lays around and he doesn't know how big he is, right?
Yep.
Like, I'm a little puppy. Oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, puppy.
You know how cats lay on the back of the couch?
Yeah.
And stretch out? This dog does that. He tried to sit on my lap once, like a puppy.
And you're tiny.
Yes.
I think he probably weighs more than. Yeah, there she goes. She stepped down off the stool. And
thanks, Dad.
And by the way, I didn't ask you to step on the stool. Okay, and I'm going to reveal that this is my little girl here, which I didn't say.
Exactly.
But this is my baby girl, Sabrina.
Teen.
At Hot News Talk Radio, and Sabrina has been in radio for her entire life. Have you not?
Yes.
The first time she crawled was at I'm going to say it, one of my stations years ago, and she crawled from my office to the control room. That's when the first time she crawled. I'm like, oh, she's moving. She's crawling. Remember that?
No.
And her very first time on the air, I'm going to reveal all this now. I wasn't going to until you said, Dad, but now I'm going to. Yeah, you opened the door to cross-examination. Her first appearance on the air was in a promo, a little liner we did against a competitor, and the line was, "Here's what the competition is saying about Wow 104," and then we got her to cry. She was, that was your very first appearance. Remember that?
Yes.
You were in diapers. No, you don't.
No.
You don't remember that. But she's not going to follow in Dad's footsteps and continue on radio, right?
Nope.
Why? What do you always tell me?
I don't want to.
Too much work. How many hours have you spent at transmitter sites?
Many.
So no desire, but that's okay. My dad was a cop. I didn't want to become a cop. That's all right. Hey, listen, if you do something and work with animals with your life, I'd be thrilled.
That's what I want to do.
There you go. It's Wet Nose Wednesday. Sabrina's doggy of the day is Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback. This was Sabrina's idea to come up with Wet Nose Wednesday. And this is someone that doesn't really listen to talk radio because she's 13 years old. So she listens to her music radio stations. And because Dad does it, she doesn't want anything to do with it. But it was her idea of Wet Nose Wednesday to adopt dogs. Thank you, Sabrina. It's fantastic. I'm very proud of you for doing this. Wet Nose Wednesday. Our dog of the day, one more time before we go, is
Finch, a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
And he's where?
At McKamey Animal Shelter.
And what is her address again? For everybody on Periscope. Let's zoom in on that. 4500 North Access Road, Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's actually in Hickson, Chattanooga, right?
Yes.
So let's give one more pitch to adopt Finch, the Rhodesian Ridgeback, at McKamey Animal Shelter. I want a flood of people today adopting their dogs and cats. Tell them you heard it on the radio. This is a public service for them. And please give them a great home for Christmas. Give one more pitch so people will go in today and adopt a dog or cat.
You could get your boy or girl a dog or cat for Christmas.
Can you imagine them popping out of a box?
I always wanted that to happen. Hint.
Hey, it still may. You never know. But they will never forget that for the rest of their life.
Nope.
Right? It's like, oh my God, a kitty.
Yes.
All right, Sabrina. Thank you, baby. Thank you for coming. I love you. This is my baby girl. You're not a little girl. You're 13 years old.
I am little.
Oh, yeah, you kind of are little. Look at that. All right. Working at McKamey Animal Shelter, giving her services for the little doggies and the kittens. Hot News Talk Radio with Wet Nose Wednesday. Finch is our Wet Nose Wednesday dog of the day. Sabrina's doggy of the day, a Rhodesian Ridgeback. This Rhodesian Ridgeback needs a home. He's the cutest little thing in the world. I would adopt him, but I just can't right now. It's McKameyAnimalShelter.org. McKameyAnimalShelter.org. Stop by today and say hi. And just listen, even if you don't want to adopt, just go by and give them $5 or $10 or give them $1 for doing what they do. Thank you, Sabrina. We appreciate it.
Yes.
You've been wonderful. And if you could talk to this Rhodesian Ridgeback, what would you say to him right now?
I want you.
I want you. All right. I'm sure he wants you too. Hot News Talk Radio with Binary. Wet Nose Wednesday. Have a great day.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over. I'm doing a new show. I want guys who push it to the middle of the table and go over the top. Take a risk, fail miserably. I'm right, and I'm not wrong, and I'll never back down.